Hey everyone. I don't know about you, but I don't know very much about cars, so I had a really good friend of mine walk me through the annual inspection for preventative maintenance for my 2020 Hyundai Tucson, and I filmed it. I wanted to share it with all of you and also keep it for myself for next year. Let's get started. For the AC, you don't see any green here. That's the oil for the AC, so that's good.
On the valves.
And the compressor
is down there.
is that metal looking thing right there, which you might see leaks or any green liquid on it.
These are all the air conditioner lines right here. Nothing looks like it's leaking. Everything looks nice and tidy.
Nice and tidy, no leaks. That's all AC, these pipes here in this unit. This is the battery, and this is another part of the battery. And you're looking for any corrosion or green fuzzies. And you're also looking at the bottom in the tray down there to see if there's any leaks from the battery itself down there. So now we're inspecting the belt, which usually you would hear if there was a problem. And this is the top side of the belt here. That with the ribs is the underside of the belt, and you'd know if there was a problem because there'd be cracks all over it. And this is the brake fluid back here. It's nice and yellow, so it looks good. If it were to be black, that means there's too much moisture in it. And then you also looked at these coolant hoses, and they looked like they're
this one's brand new, so that's cool.
In good shape.
These are all good, nice and rubbery. It doesn't feel like the rubber is getting old or anything. This just pulls out, right? It's an engine cover. On the back side, it's full of foam, and the foam is sound insulation because this is your fuel regulator, and it's super loud on these modern cars. But anyways, I took that off to check for leaks on this is your valve cover, this black thing. This covers the valve train. And so you just kind of check around the edge, and it looks like we're nice and good. That's a super common leak on cars, is the valve cover gasket. And this one's perfect.
So before putting this back on, he just opened the oil cap, dabbed it with his finger, and put oil in the rubber areas here just to keep it nice and rubbery.
Yep. Lube, and then it just goes up. It says here, pull down. Open it. Oh yeah, these have the twisty boys. So you unlock it and pull that sucker out. Ooh. See, when it's new, it's nice and white. Let's see the other side. Oh, it's still nice and white. Check inside. Man, it looks like they just replaced this maybe a year ago.
Probably.
There's not even any fuzzies inside. So the way you know this is bad is when this whole thing starts looking like gray or brown, like dirty.
Okay.
And then you check inside too for anything, any like big leaves or anything, but it looks like we're good. Okay. And the way you put this back in, the same way you took it out. Hyundai has a locking tab. You lock, and then you lock, and you close this little door.
So we are wiping off the windshield wipers. That's the best way to kind of keep life in them. And the key to know if they're still doing good is if they're gently resting against the window. If they're really pressed in hard, you know that's not good.
So this is pollen filter. This is the filter for your air conditioning. If you start smelling that it stinks like, gym socks or something, that's probably it. So twist, I guess. I don't know. I've never done one of these. Okay, twist. And they pull out. Okay, see? I'm learning too. So it's got a little shock here. So it'll come down smoothly.
All right.
You just kind of usually just push them out like that. And that drops all of that, just like that. Beautiful. So down in here, you have these little, you want to real quick. You want to hold this guy. Hold the leg. On this guy, you got one tab here, and that's it. Or is it two tabs? Oh no, it's just one tab. Ah! We'll grab that later. Anyways, here's your pollen filter. You just kind of pull it out. And you check inside. So again, like the air filter, if it's like gray and black, then that means it needs one. this one looks like it's good. It looks like all we could do right now is just give it a quick little tappy-roo.
It's all squished.
Yeah, because this isn't the original Hyundai one. But that's okay. And yeah, besides that, it just goes right back in. So reverse process.
Okay, so we have elevated the car by putting that thing on the ridge right there, which is the metal frame basically. And we just lifted that thing up, which goes right here between these ridges.
So ready, going down.
Okay.
So to go down, we just go counterclockwise, just slowly.
And we did it on the other side as well. And we got the bucket there to catch it. Now we're going to start removing
all of these.
Okay, so we got the cover off. That's the oil filter.
And here's the drain to drain your oil.
Okay, and it's a size 17 wrench.
And then you go like that.
But isn't it gonna start?
And then you pull left.
And make sure the drain bucket is beneath where the oil filter is about to come out.
Hooray!
That's the oil coming out. And once it's done flowing out, you replace the thing on the top.
This is like teeth. You see? That goes one way or the other. So you open it up, slide it on there, like so. Now the teeth only go one way. And you stick your extension, like so. And then you grab your ratchet, like so. And now you got it like this, you see?
Yep.
And then it loosens up. You see that?
Yep. And then after
Put your thing there.
it drains out.
And loosen it all the way.
Okay.
But essentially, you get a little oil on your finger and rub it on the seal. And then righty-tighty. So this is your ball joint. Usually, if this is bad, you'll hear it knocking, obviously, tung 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 when you're bouncing over stuff. But this would be like kind of oily because the grease. It's a rubber ball joint with grease in it, and the grease fails because the rubber boot broke and all that stuff. So it'd be oily. Same thing with this. Inside of here, there's grease and a ball joint. And when this fails, you'll also hear noises when you're driving and bouncing, and these will be all like oily. This is your, I don't know if you can record this bit over here if you want to come more this way. This is what drives the tire. It's an axle that's connected to the transmission. This is rubber, also full of oil. If these fail, they'll make a knocking sound when you're turning. And the reason is the rubber got torn and all the grease came out. And then this is your shock absorber. Same thing. When those fail, you'll notice it with noises. And the way to tell when they're bad is they'll be covered in oil because those are full of pressurized oil. And when they leak, it gets all shiny with oil. Yep. That's your suspension, which right now, this is your steering arm. I don't know if you can record that.
Yep.
This is your tie rod end for your steering. So this turns you left and right. It also has one of those rubber ball joints. If this fails, you'll hear knocking when you're turning. And right now the rubber is perfect and it's nice and dry. So everything's dry, perfect, in perfect condition.
Okay. So with tires, you never want to have tires more than 5 years old. Huge blowout risk. And then you can see the date.
Here's DOT. And then the last 4 is going to be 15 of 22, which we're still good on. Tread and push down. Your tires are at 4 millimeters.
Okay.
The minimum is like 2. So you're getting there.
And to check your tire pressure, inside the door here you can see 35 psi for the front and rear tires.
The cap. Go ahead.
Okay. take the cap off. Oops. Put this in here. Is it on there right?
Notice.
Okay, and you can see that we're about a little lower than 30 psi.
A little more. There you go. And that's the sound you want to hear.
A little more?
Okay, yeah, just a hair more. Okay. You're good.
We are now rotating the tires, and we have the car lifted on one side. Note how we put this closer to the front, a little bit, not at the midway point, but that way it'll lift both at the same time. All of the lugs have been removed, including the special lug, which should be the one for the key.
So, okay. So that's it. 2 screws. Let me grab it. The worker then, so take these off. You just twist the Rooney. Oh yeah, look, that's super dead. And then twist the Rooney. I said twist the Rooney.
And we had to do both of them. Both of these lights turn on when I step on the brakes.
And they're both dead.